Welcome back to Bits of Krish. Today I bring you the tale of one of the Indiana Jones's greatest battles, a harrowing face-off against a towering giant while in search of the idol of Ra in Giza, Egypt. A long time ago, a great source of power and knowledge was handed down to mankind. To guard its menacing secrets, a group of formidable beings, the Nephilim order, was appointed. These giants were sworn to protect of an ancient relic, one so powerful that it was broken into pieces and scattered across the world. These hidden fragments formed what later became known as the Great Circle. Deep within the ancient caves, Indiana uncovered haunting images of these giants, guardians who had walked among the Egyptians long before the time of Christ. For centuries, the Nephilim had kept the enigma shielded from the outside world. Yet their duty came at a great cost. To maintain secrecy, they had to embrace the darkness, cursed and banished into the sealed caves for eternity. Indiana had already encountered two of these colossal beings, one named Lucas and another he found lifeless in Voss's camp. But lurking in the silence of the shadows, yet another giant lay in wait, prepared to unleash his wrath to stop Indiana from claiming the idol of Ra, one more key in the puzzle of the Great Circle. Inside the pitch-black chamber, Indiana fought the battle of his life. The very first encounter was brutal. Without warning, the giant hurled him to the ground with a force that rattled his bones. Indy had no time to react. He had absolute zero vision. Darkness engulfed him completely. Tired and helpless, he struggled to formulate a plan. His mind raced. How could he defeat such a monstrous adversary? It was too strong. No ordinary weapon could bring it down, except maybe a well-placed bullet to the head. But how could he aim if he couldn't even see? A low guttural muttering filled the chamber. The giant was speaking in Adamic, the language of ancient times. The chilling sound reverberated through the cavern. Indiana struggled to find his footing, stumbling with each step. The floor was treacherous, covered in silver coins that clinked with every movement. He realized the terrible truth: one misstep and the giant would hear him. One sound too many and the beast would charge at him with unstoppable might. The monstrous guardian swung its massive arms, kicking and lashing out in a frenzy of deadly force. Indy had never felt so close to death. He dodged, barely escaping its grasp. But each time he was caught off guard. The impact was devastating. With every brutal blow, he bled. His stamina was draining rapidly. He could feel his life force slipping away. But Indiana Jones does not give up. He knew he had to find a way. This was not how his story would end. Not in the suffocating depths of this lifeless tomb. Desperate for a clue, he searched his surroundings, his mind racing for a solution. And then it happened. Just as the Guardian's crushing grip began to choke life out of him, Indy's foot landed on a plate embedded in the ground. Suddenly the floor ignited with light. A surge of hope coursed through him. This was his chance. The realization struck him like lightning. The giant was blind. It relied solely on the sound to detect its prey. Indy fell into absolute silence. He studied his breath, calmed his racing heart. The giant was confused. It could no longer sense him. Carefully, Indy began searching for more of the plates. One by one, he triggered them, illuminating the chamber. The darkness was fading. The moment the room was fully lit, the tide of battle turned. Indy could finally see his enemy. The giant stood exposed before him. Without hesitation, Indiana raised his gun. He fired one bullet, then another, then 10. Each shot struck true. The Guardian staggered, its immense body finally registering the relentless assault. The battle had changed. Indy was no longer the hunted. From afar, he could see the giant preparing to charge, but now Indy was ready. He sidestepped with precision, avoiding its attacks with newfound confidence. Though his stamina was nearly depleted, his resolve remained unshaken. He struck with calculated patience, landing blow after blow. When the bullets ran out, he seized whatever lay nearby, stones, debris, and used them as weapons. He attacked from behind, delivering crushing strikes to the beast's skull. The giant roared in fury. It was losing control, thrashing wildly, but it no longer sensed Indiana's presence. The hunter had become the hunted. With every strike, Indy gained the upper hand. Stepping carefully over the coins, he baited the creature into confusion before delivering a final devastating blow. With a thunderous crash, the giant fell. Blood gushed from its wounds. Its mighty form crumbled to the ground, defeated. The Guardian was no more. But Indiana did not feel victorious. As he stood over the fallen giant, a strange sense of despair washed over him. Why? Was this truly a triumph, or merely another step in a journey filled with greater, more perilous truths? What happens next? I hope you are following the story trail of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on this channel. If you enjoyed this tale, make sure to like the video, leave a comment and subscribe if you are new. Until next time, bye bye.